Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, it's constitutional coins. Picked up a good deal at the local coin shop on some quarters, dimes, and halves, and couldn't pass it up. So, got some loose ones, got some in the 2x2s. It's a question of whether to put some in my folders or into the guardhouse box for safekeeping. So let's go through them and see what I picked up. Yeah, I like to say I stack collect. So stacking and collecting. And yeah, good stuff. All right, so the quarters that were in this deal is kind of really what sold it for me, or why I was interested. So I'll just go through them kind of quick. Some of these earlier ones, the condition isn't all that, but it's still cool to have gotten these. All these, $4 a piece, and can't beat that, come on. So, not totally slick, but, you know, better than what you normally would see for the bargain bin. And some of these I'll leave, well, I won't leave in 2x2s, but some of them I'll put in my album if the condition is nicer or if I have a hole in my book. Yeah, $4, come on. So, well, that one's kind of rough. Like I checked on APMEX, $5.25 a piece. Plus I'd have to pay sales tax for the crap state that I live in. So that's a nicer one. Some of the, actually I want to check a few, like this one could have a double die obverse, and that would make it a much more valuable coin. So I have to check that out. But I always like to look for the repunch mint marks or potential double dies. But yeah, this condition is, like I say, much better than what you'd expect for $4. So what's that, 16 times face value versus APMEX's 21 times face. So, and yeah, that's nice too. So yeah, I say I stack collect, but yeah, these are definitely going to be not in the tubes. These will go in the book. In the 1950s, of course, everybody's hoping for, or at least I was hoping for, the 1955s. There aren't any of those in here, but it's also a nice one. So, I want to make this an epic here, so I'll try to rip through these. So actually, that's a nice one too. So yeah, I couldn't believe it, $4. So beautiful coin. So yeah, no 1955 or 55D, but still very, very nice. And then the 60s. I do need a 1961 for my book, but I didn't get that one in this group. And then this one, I think I did have a open spot, so put that one in my book. Not that you care. And close out the silver portion of the Washington quarters. And actually there were some standing liberties. These were $5 a piece, and nothing super special date-wise. This one's a little bit, I guess, more valuable or whatever, but not necessarily in that condition. Looks like it's been cleaned, but still pretty cool for $5. And now to close out the quarters. Actually, this one was part of another deal. This is 1897-0, and that's kind of a more rare date and mint mark for the barber quarters. So this one, like I say, was part of a different deal. I got all 3 coins for $50, and so this one, you figure that's, you know, $25 to $28 or so for that one. Don't know on that one. And then this is definitely worth at least $30 to $40 in that condition. So not bad. And then this one was $7, I think, 1912. And yeah. All right, let me clean up and we'll do halves. All right, for $50, it was kind of the same sort of a drill here. We got some decent ones and some mediocre ones, but a nice spread of dates. So again, I'll replace what needs replacing in my book, and the rest will go into oh. Thought that was going to be nice, and it's all scratched up. So with the halves, just like with the quarters, 1955 is the key date. And that's actually not too bad. Let's see if that one's scratched on the other side. No, it's not too bad. So I believe that one's on the lower end of mintage there. I'll have to double check. Or is it this, or is it the D? And actually this one has a little bit of toning. Not quite enough for a Toner Tuesday, but so yeah, as I was about to say, the 1955 is the coveted. There is no D in the Franklin's for 1955. So, and this one looks a little funky, but we'll take them. So these were $8.50 was the going rate on the $50, or at least the Franklin's and the Walkers. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I think actually some of the nicer ones were $9, not $8.50. So, but still way below what you'd find typically. So very happy. And then there's the one 1964 90%er Kennedy. So got Walkers as well. Condition on these is a little bit rough, but nice spread of dates. And sorry, this is dragging on here. So I was excited, so I wanted to share. These also $8.50 for the majority of them. A couple of the more decent dates, I think, were $9, but all reasonable. I'll take them. So I think I do have most of these in my book. So these will either go into tubes, or like I say, if the condition is any better, they'll get swapped out. So I don't think there were any wow examples in the... Oh, here's a little nicer one. I didn't pay $18 for that one, but I did pay a little more for this one. I want to say maybe it was $10. So, but that's a nice one. And then the barbers were really cool. This one is like a $30 coin or so. But yeah, $11. Actually, no, a little less than $10 each was the average for the barbers. So condition not great, but I'll take them. Trying to build up a little bit of a date run on the barber series, just in general. And the other cool thing was there was a lot of loose coinage, and so I'll spare you going through all of it, but some of them, there were some commemoratives in there. And so this was the very first commemorative. This is the Colombian $50. So this is the 1892, which is the first year. And then there were a bunch of these Monroe Doctrine. They're all the same. That was kind of a cool. I'll do another expose on those another time. There was one. What did I do with it here? Oh, here. One nicer one. This will be a Toner Tuesday entry there, so we'll talk about that another time. But didn't pay 50 bucks. So anyway, rambled on. Got a cool deal on Constitutional. So stack collecting, taking advantage of silver on the dip. So thanks so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. And until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and really quick, lost in all the madness were the dimes. I got a bunch of dimes for $1.50 a piece. Except for those Mercs I just covered up were $1.70. So still pretty cool.